Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a tutorial on the winning look for my most recent 7-day makeup challenge. If you have not seen my 7-day makeup challenge, you can go ahead and follow me on my socials, Snapchat and Instagram. All the links will be in the description box below. I have also put the names right here on the screen for you guys, okay?
I ain't tryna. Yeah, ain't tryna be cool like you. Wobbling around in your high heel shoes. I'm clumsy. Made friends with the floor.
This is my second time doing this 7-day makeup challenge, and I think that I'm going to make it a thing. I haven't figured out if I want to do it once a month or once every 2 months. Honestly, I don't know. I'll figure it out. It just is however I feel, you know? So for this round, the winning look was look number 3. Look number 3 was when I had my twists in two little volley balls on my head. Because a lot of times I keep my hair in twists just because I like to wear wigs and stuff. So my hair is generally 98% of the time my hair is in twists. So without any further ado, let's get on into this look. All right, so I went ahead and did my eyebrows. Now, I feel like as of recently, I've been doing my eyebrows just a little bit different from what I normally would have been doing my eyebrows like. Was that a proper sentence? I don't even know. If you like the way I have been doing my eyebrows lately, comment below. If you don't like the way I've been doing my eyebrows lately, comment below, okay? Yeah, talk to me, let me know. Before we get into this video, you know what I'm gonna say. If you're not already subscribed, if you're not already part of the Glam Fam, I think I just came up with a name for you guys. Wow. If you're not a part of the Glam Fam, okay, go down below and subscribe. And if you are part of the Glam Fam, comment down below, #GlamFam. You don't need to be into makeup. You don't need to be, you know, super girly or whatever. But if you support me, if you watch my videos, if you comment, even if you interact with me on Instagram, Snapchat, you're part of the Glam Fam now, okay? Whether you like it or not. So comment down below, #GlamFam, if you're part of my tribe, okay? Let me know. Talk to me. I want to hear you guys. I want to see you guys. I want to know what y'all have to say. All right. So let's go ahead and get into the eyeshadow. So I know that last time I used the Morphe eyeshadow base because that's just what I have been using since I purchased it. But you know, we have graduated. Okay, we have graduated. And I am now using my P. Louise base. I feel like an official makeup YouTuber now, like P. Louise. Almost every makeup video that I've seen, if it's not MAC's Soft Orca Paint Pot, it is P. Louise eyeshadow base. I have been, you know, using these or like experimenting with them for about 2 weeks now. And I must say, wow. They're really good. I actually got a set, so I kind of switch in between the colors depending on what look I'm going for. So this is a very bright look. So obviously I want to use a lighter base. So I'm using my P. Louise base in the shade Groomer number 1. But before I apply that, I'm actually gonna go over my lid just because I want to take off any concealer that, you know, have blended down onto my eyelid because I only want my P. Louise base on my eyelid. I don't want anything to be all muddy. I want it to come out as neat as possible. All right, so that is off. A little bit of this goes a very, very long way. So I'm only going to take just a dab. And that is enough for both of my eyes. And now I'm going to blend it out. And I'm using my crease brush from Real Technique. Just a little pro tip. I mean, no, I'm not professional, but my personal pro tip. I feel like a lot of people feel like you have to use so much product, like just in general, but especially with eyeshadow base, you really do not, if you have a good eyeshadow base, so like for example this eyeshadow base, P. Louise, you do not need a ton of it. I always see so many people using so much eyeshadow base, eyeshadow product, and it's just not good, because what happens is in the beginning it looks good, but if you plan on being out, you know, for a while, you're, I don't know, whatever you do, you go to a party or going to a club, whatever, what's going to happen is your makeup is going to start caking up. So it's like, it's going to start creating those fine lines, those wrinkles and stuff, just because it's just so much product on that face. And then eventually the oils from your eyelids are going to come through, and it's just going to kind of create a layer on your skin, almost like this. So it's going to be, this is your eyelid, this is your base, and your shadow is going to be here, and it's going to look good. I'm not gonna lie, it looks good for like the first maybe couple of hours. Then after a while, especially if it's hot, that layer is going to start to lift, and it's going to look bad, and it just doesn't look good. That is my tip. Do not apply so much excess eyeshadow primer, because makeup is about layers. So when you are using layers, obviously you don't want to apply so much on top of so much on top of so much, because that is what creates the infamous cake face that I always talk about on my channel that I absolutely hate. Okay, no cake face, no cake eyes. We don't like that. We don't want that over here. So my base is set, and now I'm going to go into the palette. So the palette that I used for that look was my Makeup Revolution Birds of Paradise palette. Here, this is my favorite colorful palette that I own now. And I just use these 3 shades. So I use this dark orange, this lighter orange, and then this yellow color right here. I never remember exactly what brush I used, so I don't know what brush I used. I don't know what brush I used to pack on the eyeshadow first, but I'm just gonna go out on a whim and say I used my Morphe M139 brush. Starting off with this color, which is Toucan Play. That's the darkest orange that we're going into. And I didn't use a transition color for this. I kind of just, you know, went right in. And I just kind of dabbed that on here. Now, I do have a few things to say about this palette. I know that I had mentioned before that I did the wrong thing. I did the wrong thing. This orange was supposed to be the next color, and the cardinal was supposed to be on the outside. All right, let's see if I can actually salvage that. Because I just remembered. All right, so I went in with cardinal first. No! Okay, I think I fixed it. This eye is gonna look so much different. I can't believe I did that. All right, anyway, moving on, because I really don't feel like taking all this off and just starting all over again. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. So a few things I have to say about this palette. After working with it for some time now, I have realized that these colors are very, very, very chalky. And that kind of makes them a little bit difficult to work with in some situations. I will have to give an honest review and say that even though I do love the color scheme and the whole theme of this palette, the colors are just not, like the actual formula of the shadows, you know, it's just been throwing me off. Because, you know, when I first had it, it was kind of like, you know, have you ever had palette lust? Yeah. So I was going through that with this palette. I had palette lust, and I just thought it was the best thing ever because of what it looked like, because of the colors. And I did not take into consideration the formulas. And, you know, when you're in lust, you can see no wrongdoing, you know. But then after a while, after you're out of that honeymoon phase, you know, you start to realize certain things and certain flaws. And the number one thing that I realized with this palette is the colors are very chalky, and there's a lot of fallout with this palette. So I don't know if you can see here, but you see all that excess dust just around here? That's like fallout. They're very dry, they're very dusty. My final verdict on this palette will have to be that, yes, the colors are absolutely amazing. I love the color scheme, I love the theme, but the formula is just not doing it for me. And I don't know if you can see, but kind of like on the outside, as you can see, it's, you know, more solid color, and right there on the inside you can kind of see some, you know, some of my skin poking through. Like, it's right here. It's not a solid color. It's more it's like opaque. Like the opacity of the shadows is kind of just moving down as they get onto my lids. So I don't really like that. If I could find a palette with these colors, but like I'm trying to think of a formula of shadow that I really like. Really like Morphe and Juvia's Place formulas. So these colors with either Morphe or Juvia's Place formulas, oh my gosh, I would be in heaven. So now with the same brush, I'm gonna go ahead and blend the tops. So as you can see, as I'm blending, the color is fading. So I have to do a lot of stacking with these colors. Yeah, this dark orange really isn't doing it for me. Now I'm taking the very tip of this brush. I'm gonna clean it off first. And I'm taking the very tip of this brush and I'm just kind of blending the colors together right at the top. I don't really want to go down too much. Okay. And then I'm taking the brush again and I'm going in and blending the yellow and the light orange together. So yeah, so that's basically the color scheme, but I'm going to darken up the colors a little bit more, as much as I can. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the other side, and then I'm going to come back. Okay, so I always feel like this eye comes out so much better. No, sorry. Most of the time I always feel like this eye comes out better than this eye, but wow, because today this eye is definitely coming out better than this eye. Whatever, you know, just one of those times. So now I'm gonna go in with some eyeliner, and you know how I am about eyeliner. I don't really, if it works, if it's a liquid eyeliner, it's good. I would say Glossier is a good brand. Also ColourPop is a good brand. I can't talk and do wing eyeliner at the same time. Ooh, that one's definitely longer, so we're gonna go ahead and make this one longer. Okay. My eyelashes are coated with all the fallout from the eyeshadow. Now for the inner part of my eye, I did add glitter. Oh, come open. And I used the Honey palette from ColourPop, and I used this. Okay, so I think that's good. But before I obviously do this part, we're gonna go ahead and do foundation base routine first. For today's base is going to be the Major Hangover by Too Faced. So far so good. I've been using it. It definitely helps my skin feel more like supple and plump and not super drying, but also not super oily. And for foundation, I think this is the same foundation that I used in my mini video. This is from Makeup Revolution. It's their Skin Finish foundation. Now, I will say this is probably not my favorite buffing foundation brush that I have, just because it is a little bit more on the stiffer side, and I feel like it tends to soak up more product than it needs to, but it will get the job done for today. Just do that. For today's concealer, I'm using my Too Faced concealer pot, and this is in the shade Peanut Butter. Yes, and it is their matte instant coverage concealer, and it smells so good. I will admit I still have not figured out exactly the right type of brush or way to apply this, because it is a pot. So what I've been using is just like a flat generic brush. While I'm at it, I'm going to actually also use my e.l.f. contour palette. Start at the chin. Now, so far, I will say that I have been liking this concealer. My only issue is it's more on, like, it's definitely more on the drier side. It's not super liquidy like I'm used to. So like the LA Girl Pro concealer that I normally use, or the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Glow, those are pretty like liquidy concealers. They're, you know, more on the wet side. These are definitely like, you know, I have to get used to it because they're more dry. Now, they definitely blend out. I'm not gonna say they do blend out pretty well, but it's like it's almost like a thick cream, if you will. You know, so I feel like I do have to do a little bit more, like press a little bit harder in order to blend it out. But I do enjoy the coverage that it gives me, and the color is also nice as well. Along with this concealer, I got my favorite setting powder by Too Faced, which is their Sweet Peach Translucent Setting Powder. I'm obsessed with that powder. We waste no powder over here, okay? With this powder, I do not waste it. All right. And then I'm going to just go ahead, take the other side of this and blend my contour. So before I sweep off the rest of this powder, I'm gonna go and do my under eye. So I started off with the dark first. And I'm kind of using stamping motions instead of swiping motions just because of the type of, you know, fallout this gives. And now for the inner corner. Okay, this excess powder so I'm not looking all patchy. Oh Lord, I forgot to blend in my forehead. I was about to finish this video without blending my forehead. Do you know how tragic that would have been? Now I'm going to go in with some blush, and I'm actually going to use my, what the heck is it called? Sugar and Spice blush palette. And I'm going to use like these muted, like pink nudes. Then, I know I didn't do this in the first one, but I figured out this and I thought that it would look pretty cool. I'm going to actually take this color from my Morph palette and we're going to brush that on our cheeks. For my highlight, I'm using my Huda Beauty Bronze Sands palette, and I'm taking Maldives and I'm putting it, putting it under my brow. Okay, I'm taking the same highlight. Now we're gonna set the face. Oh, I didn't put any on my chin. Can't forget the chinny chin chin. For lips, I know that I did like a glossy brown, so I'm gonna take my Dose of Colors Chocolate Wasted, soften up the brown just a little bit with my Tarte lip paint in the shade Fortune, and put that in the middle. Now we top it off with some gloss. Oh my gosh, we are forgetting lashes. What is going on? Yeah. Y'all, I'm gonna put on my earrings. Honestly, these are like my favorite earrings, but I don't wear them often because I'm so scared that I'm gonna get them messed up. But these are like so cute. I love these so much. I got them from Macy's on Black Friday, Thanksgiving, in New York specifically. I love these earrings so much. I think they're super cute. All right, guys, well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below. Do you like this look? Do you want more looks like this? Do you want subtle looks? What do you want? What do you want? Let me know. Talk to me so that I can know what I need to put out, okay? What I need to produce. And if you are not part of the glam fam, I like that. I like that a lot. The glam fam. The glam fam. If you're not part of the glam fam, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you do not want to miss any videos from me, do not forget to click on the bell notification or the bell icon so that you are notified when I upload new videos, which are Tuesdays and Fridays. And I will see you guys next week.